Welcome to the corrections video for pages 1 and 2 from last week, Monday, March 23rd. So if you take a look on page 1, it says write each ratio as a fraction in simplest form, which we know means lowest terms. So let's do a couple. Make sure that you're doing it right. So number 1, we've got 12 to 20, and you need to write it as a fraction. So 12 over 20, and then you need to write it in lowest terms. So you look and you think, what number is it that I can divide into both of those numbers to make it a smaller fraction? So I can divide both of them by 4. So I divide both by 4. I end up with 3 over 5, which is this ratio written as a fraction in lowest terms. So let's try number 2. You have 18 to 21. Again, you're going to change it to a fraction. So 18 over 21. And then you need to figure out what can you divide into both of them to make them lowest terms. So I look at 18 and I look at 21 and I think, can't use 2, I can definitely use 3. So I take my 18 and my 21, I divide them by 3. 18 divided by 3 is 6. 21 divided by 3 is 7. So I followed the instructions. I wrote the ratio as a fraction and then made it lowest terms. So for the rest of page 1, that's what you do. Exactly this. You write the ratio as a fraction and then do lowest terms. If you take a look, not all of them can be made smaller. Some of them are already lowest terms. So just keep that in mind. Don't, get frustrated. If you can't figure out a number to divide into both of them, it probably means that it's already lowest terms. You can't make it any smaller. Most of them you can though, so do make that effort. If you turn the page to page 2, all of these questions work exactly the same way. So on page 2, we'll start with number 1. You have 150 miles to 4 hours. The instructions say write a ratio to compare each of the following and then express it in simplest form, which means lowest terms. So you're not doing fraction. You're going to take the words, excuse me, and you're going to write it as a ratio. So I have 150 miles to 4 hours. I don't need to write the words when I write it as a ratio. Just the numbers, the ratio symbol, that's all you need. And then, of course, you need to do lowest terms. So just like you do when it's a fraction, you're still looking for a number that you can divide into both of these numbers. And always, if they're even numbers, always start with 2. It's much easier. So 150 divided by 2, and then 4 divided by 2, you end up with 75 to 2. You know that's lowest terms because 2 can only be divided by 2 or 1. 75 cannot be divided by 2, so it's lowest terms. Got a prime number right there. All right, let's try number 2. It says 1/4 to 1 nickel. Now, of course, you can do 1 to 1, 1/4 to 1 nickel. That's not much of a ratio. So this is one of those ones where you need to change the units. 1/4 is 25 cents. 1 nickel is 5 cents. So you want to use the same unit. Quarters and nickels are not the same coin. Cents are the same unit of measurement. So instead of 1 to 1, 1/4 to 1 nickel, you do 25 cents to 5 cents. And again, you've written your ratio, no words, and you're still looking for lowest terms. So you look at 25 and 5 and you think, I can divide both of those by 5. So 25 divided by 5 is 5. 5 divided by 5 is 1. Let's try number 3. 4 cans of soup for 85 cents. Now this is not something you can make into the same unit. Cents and soup, not the same. That's okay, we can still write the ratio. The only reason we changed the units up here, number 2, is because we could. We can't change the units. Soup and money cannot ever be made the same thing. So, I have 4 to 85. You don't have to put cans of soup, you don't have to put cents. You do have to try to find lowest terms. Now think about this. 4 can be divided by only 1, 2, and 4. 85 can only be divided by 5s or other multiples of 5. So 4 and 85 are already lowest terms. You cannot make them any smaller because you cannot divide 85 by 2 and you cannot divide 85 by 4. So it's already lowest terms. So this is how you do page 2. You get rid of the words, you just use the numbers, you find lowest terms. Sometimes you may need to change the unit. Another example of that would be number 6, where you need to change the unit because you've got 50 cents and a dime. So of course you'd use 50 and 10 because a dime is 10 cents. So when you're working with money, you're going to want to make sure you take it to the same unit, make them cents. If you have questions about this math, you need to get in touch with me so that I can help you through it.